So I have a need for fairness and equanimity. So let's talk about what are the needs underneath this. Let's just identify what are the needs. Fairness, needs for fairness, equanimity. Let's talk about what are these needs. Shout them out.
Stability.
Stability.
Comfort.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Comfort.
Comfort. Peace of mind. Security, financial security. Every human being
To eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Basic survival. Basic survival needs, right?
Take a shit.
We all human beings. I don't care where you are, we all have these same needs. Same needs. So if you connect on a need-based level, you could even have empathy for a terrorist or a murderer. If you can connect on the need-based level. And I'm telling you, I do think that if, for instance, just hypothetically, if someone had a gun to your head, your best weapon would be able to connect on a human level to that person. That would be your best weapon at that moment.
Well, I'm seeing a connection too between this way of communication and also the recognition that not only do we have rights, but we have responsibilities as well.
Yeah.
And that has to be paid attention to as well as our rights. We cannot be hung up on our rights to the exclusion of our responsibilities.
We have the responsibility to, we are 100% responsible for getting our needs met and maximizing that happening. It's up to us. So if I say to my partner, my guy, I say, you shithead, you know, you're so inconsiderate, I have a need for consideration. Do you think that's going to maximize my getting that need
Not
met?
really.
Or alienate it? Or make it less possible? Less possible. If I'm really after getting that need met for consideration, I may as well use a tool that's going to maximize the possibility. Does this make sense?
Makes a lot of
Does this
sense.
make sense? That's what this is all about. I encourage you to look up, please write this down, cnvc.org, Center for Nonviolent Communication.org, cnvc.org. You can take my card, it should be on there if you need a pen, cnvc.org. You can call me if you want to just, my name's Tara Gardner, and
Sarah
I'm
Gardner?
Tara Gardner. I'm on that
T-E-R-A?
T-E-R-A. It should be on your
All right.
sheets.
Or cnbc.org.
cnbc.org. Look it up. There's brilliant information. And in fact, there's articles that you can download for free on anger and the domination culture. That's a fabulous article that really explains how this domination culture has been around for centuries, actually millennia, and what it's all about, and to really have a depth of understanding where this all happened. This goes way, way, way back to slaves and feudal lords, and it goes way back, but it's a fabulous article. So I encourage you to get involved with NVC, Nonviolent Communication. Spread the word.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
and out of the blame game.
CNV as in Victor.
CNV, Center for
V.
Nonviolent
Oh,
Communication.
okay.
Center for Nonviolent Communication, cnvc.org.
V instead of V.
How's our time?
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
Five whole minutes.
V.
We have 5 whole minutes, you guys. Okay, so who wants to talk about a particular thing for 5 minutes, and we'll see how we can translate it into this consciousness and see if there's a way that we can,
I just would like to talk about, I've been doing a lot of research. I bought a smartphone particularly because of the Occupy movement and all the research I could do with it. Our Constitution, our Bill of Rights is being thrown out the window. These new bills that are being passed, the S1867, the amendment that's in that bill that states any military officer can arrest any United States citizen in the United States suspected of terrorism without probable cause, detain them indefinitely without a trial.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right here. Now, to have a really effective connecting communication, I'm going to reflect back what he just said. So flip your page over to the listening.
Yeah.
There's two parts. Remember we said there's two parts of communication. There's the speaking, and then there's the listening. So he just spoke, and I want to reflect back what I heard him say with those four models, those four steps of the model. What was the observable thing I observed? What's he feeling? What are his needs? And maybe what he might want to request, or what can I request of him? You do the same four steps for each part, the speaking and the listening. Now, as the speaker, to maximize the possibility of being heard, keep your words to 40 words or less, and then pause and give your listener the chance to reflect back what they heard you say. Otherwise, it's just going to be bombarding and they're going to tune out. So 40 words or less, it's a basic rule of thumb. Most human beings can hold that amount, and then reflect back. And if you see that, as the speaker, if you see you're starting to lose your listener, stop sooner and ask them, would you be willing, make your doable request, number 4, your doable request, would you be willing to reflect back what you heard me say? So I'm going to do that as if he asked me that for that, okay? May I reflect back what I heard you say?
Sure.
So on behalf of this Occupy movement, you got a smartphone that you thought it would help you stay connected and really find out what's going on in the world. And now what I'm hearing, what I thought I heard, is you found out about some new law about the military.
Actually a couple bills that are being passed.
A couple of
That
bills
was one
being
of them.
passed. How's he feeling about? I'm going to reflect back how he's feeling. That's got you pretty concerned, yes?
Yes.
Now see, and he's going to say yes, and he's going to feel, yeah, I'm feeling heard. Being heard. What's the purpose of communicating if it's to a vacuum? We don't want to speak into a vacuum. We really want it to be received. It's really satisfying. It creates a connection. So yeah, you're feeling really concerned when you think about those two bills, aren't you? Because you have a need for, I'm guessing, what are his needs? Let's guess what his needs are. Security. What else? Freedom, autonomy, freedom, security, and freedom. What else? What are his needs?
Respect.
Respectful.
Outreach.
Compassion. He has a need for all those kinds of basic fundamental needs. You have a fundamental need for freedom, for your basic inalienable rights and needs to be respected and honored, for peace of mind and security in the place that you live. And are those the basics? Anything I didn't mention? So you connect with that person where they're at. What have they just said? What are they feeling about it? And what's their need? This is the way you get the connection. And so I'm wondering...
Well, I mean, just with that bill, that they can do that and even shoot and kill a United States citizen. That is also in that, not just detaining them indefinitely without a trial. They can shoot and kill a United States citizen.
So when you think about that...
Without questioning.
When you think of, let me pause you so I can connect with you. When you think about that they could absolutely shoot and kill, without their, don't we have a right of trial and without our basic right for judicial law in the system, but they can shoot and kill. When you think about that, I'm guessing you're feeling really scared.
Yes, and on top of that, the point of this is there's another bill, the IP Act that they're trying to pass, to take control over the internet, be able to take off posts, be able to stop us from communicating with each other.
So when you think
That's why
about
it's essential that these ground crews that are everywhere throughout the world, throughout the United States, that we stay connected via whether it be phone, landlines, walkie-talkies. We're going to have to stay connected. They are going to try to shut down our communication, try to lock us up, try to detain us.
That's why this nonviolent communication, that's what the teaching is about. I mean, that's not what it's about, but talking about how do we communicate, whether it's on the internet or whether it's here, if we can't communicate properly to each other.
Or in a way that's going to
How are we using the
maximize.
freedoms that we have left? that's what nonviolent communication, that's what this particular teaching is about right here.
Well, I
So-
want to know when the poop really does hit the fan, how do we react non-violently even when they're being
These 4 steps.
continuously violent?
Okay, 4 steps. These 4 steps. How to do it, these 4 steps. Translate everything into these 4 steps. So when I think about these 2 laws, if you're saying it yourself, I feel really scared, I feel really concerned, I feel, my need for sovereignty and autonomy and just safety and security in my own country. I'm feeling I'm really concerned about those very basic human rights here. My basic needs are being threatened. I'm feeling really scared about that.
And a sense of urgency.
And a sense of urgency about that when I consider this is starting to happen, that they're going to maybe shut down the internet, when I think about these things, I feel this way because I have a need for this, and this then get to the request. Who do I want to do what about it? Make it specific and doable. So what I would like is, I would like to find out more about those specific bills, and I'm going to contact my congressman. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find out more about NVC, nonviolent communication, to see how I can really be effective, as most effective as I possibly can to make a difference. I'm going to get myself so fortified and so strong and so empowered that I can make a difference with these very important things that are in my face. Something like that.
Kind of like getting out of the problem or past the problem into
The solution. Focus on, yes, what has to be done? What is specific and doable? Of course, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have time for mourning and for grieving. Of course you will, because there is devastation all over the world, and when it happens, and we can't get swallowed down into that spiral. Yes, feel it, get some compassion about it, feel it, but don't stay there. Be in the solution. Be in action on behalf of serving life, not alienating life. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
I know you're headed out, right?
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Thank you for reminding me.
You got it. Oh, a feeling word list? Whoever, yeah.
Hi, I'm Ron. I'm
Hi.
the chaplain talking Carson.
Oh, wonderful, huh? Beautiful.
I just wanted to throw a question. I respond to